small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe no response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail nothing. Her smile just keeps widening.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just thought... Yes?
Old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer." What did he do? You have no idea what you, high above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious. A silver plaque on...
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Am Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat.
Stop it! This display of weakness may appeal to older women.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. Yes, Al-Ghul. Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has...
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam. Why don't you have another drink?
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
This is going well for Measurehead.
Your mouse moves, but the one Occidental haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around.
Show him the ham still got it.
The ethanol fungus is deep within your nervous system, pulling the strings. You are merely its pupa now. I see no hope for you or your kind. Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich. You gave the world eugenics, electricité. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the... You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Right to work! Right to... Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through me. Interesting.
What are you talking about?
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break. Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stock.
When a bunch of ungrateful beats me.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing, his shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held up by a belt. He ignores your question, choosing instead silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma. St. Baptiste, you know, St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city, itself so named.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No. I don't like it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra T makes it.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to...
Okay. I'm not really supposed to... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there. Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really... long. I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure.
Okay. Uh-huh.
A colorful display of cigarettes and there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Several maps the maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
You've acquired an interactable item.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Pigs come to take me out! Trying to snuff me out! Faggoty! Look at the ass on. Trying to sneak up on. Trying to sneak up.
There must be another way into the building.
Trying to sneak up on me again! Trying to snuff me out!
Hey, up here, Pigo.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of
Good afternoon, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
like steel. There is strength there. If
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from...
there's a trace of irony in his voice.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist, yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. Let's say I was not making the...
And when did you first...
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss.
This isn't the first time the union...
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board. In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about... And just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical... I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana.
This checks out.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where if they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it... Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain, himself, Saint-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet.
A billion?
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72? They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and in centuries of care, deliberation and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? We built this district. All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions, before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, a company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Why, yes I am. The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for my sloop. I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not? We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the...
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Officer, I assure you I'm a...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on the...
Good. Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of...
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his back.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? dear. Some kind of... I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen...
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting it.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to just... The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. Or you can find your badge, which honestly...
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the...
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug.
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach... Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. The two might even be...
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary...
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done, how do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorry.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCN. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers. Yes? Excellent. According to my reports, it may come to nothing. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective.
A sturdy metal door. The door rattles against the door rattles.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. I'll go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
There must be another way into the building.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol.
The woman still has.
If you want her attention, you may need to be...
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And someone was... They are someone's memories. They are beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Luman. It was early spring, and the while you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little...
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of...
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Of course it does. What did you expect? Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to...
The boyadero, boya for short, is...
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the western plain a changed man. One night, as he and... So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the magret. Then he rides off. Because the most beautiful,
A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
She's just a distracted old woman.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
A pale dream is what it is. Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff? I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are not.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro.
Moreover, the boots were size 30. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer whole. Perhaps it was another Jerife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots.
As she says Carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue.
I could have told you that from just looking at them.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. No drugs can compare. If you don't know, you're mad, Lowman. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman? It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously. Easy. Is the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? This is... Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree.
For something odd? Come to tell me drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my... You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you wearily.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling and Rags. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he just follows the smell. It smells like apricot and oil.
Yes, yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what...
Guess so.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes.
You find your hands deep in tattered and
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
you see two lowly, defeated speakers.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers.
A pair of found
Those sneakers, mister.
only. That's madness. These once respectable speakers have been
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too,
You see a Samaran street. The name Sileng is embroidered.
happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. The goods are You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead. Me? It's a boring story, officer.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an occupied.
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Seaguy province of the Serais Empire.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Seaguy archipelago is commonly known as.
No, apricots come from Seaguy. My grandma used to grow them. But Seaguy is a shit. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my drugs? I don't go in for that. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry. Who said that? It's the fat racist.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and...
Realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No! That's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for nothing. I told you.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. All of them. I don't...
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't know.
It could be. She was strange.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
No need to dress this one up.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe?
Sorry, detective.
There's a pile of...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the lit.
These are all... Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool.
No luck.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. If you don't like it, sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you...
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign.
The words, Daredevil Driver, sound ominous.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything round here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Yeah, not really much else.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this panel. Usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you... A typical Martinez street light sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring...
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured.
It was brought to me to...
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the train. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken to big men on big horses.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear...
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look in...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe. It's not often that I see officers from... What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light. across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Okay, he definitely is. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
I doubt it, but I do my best to keep my distance from all.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dump.
Hello again. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly...
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Truth be told, she was terrified.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
This mess, he means your mess.
My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
I have really...
Yes, that's what you...
René, Hello, officer. How might I be of assist? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with your ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything.
Respect?
I'm not.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of you.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on.
The old soldier mumbles something under his...
Let's try not to get caught in a...
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings, not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's coming prop...
No, thank you. For being...
We're still waiting for a replacement for the... Ah, yes!
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a
superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple-nosed candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision. To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revershal's fine.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
It's really not. Please.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to...
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but...
Right.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. For there he still is, looking right through you, with
active decay.
He's about to blow! Cops!
What do you see?
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? No, it's not.
He thinks you're fucking for Kuno!
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic tree out. Dunno. Keep that guy.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Upper...
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit.
Yeah, her.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunch? That's just some shit roofing gimps like...
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
The fuck are you talking about?
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
We are way beyond normal already. We are in the Star Chamber.
Are you having a seizure in Kuno's yard now? In her eye. Fuck are you talking about?
They're trying to make you feel stupid.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a... You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane tower. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industry, or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? Shit.
You can't do that, Kuno.
Pigs can't displace. Can't. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Too brutal for you, huh? Kuno fuck your tongue off. Of course you want back in there. That's where Kuno gets his daily...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you...
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not for you, pig. Kuno can't.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't...
This trash container is locked. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to...
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote... Oh. It might also be evidence. The mob could have...
I can't believe it felt like springtime just...
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your...
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on it. Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional...
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you. Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs...
Thank you for clearing the debt.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks?
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest, and they come here in the evenings.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it.
Yeah. The union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something and now think they can hide out till it all blows over and it's fair weather again.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance soon.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. A thin man is... As you step in, he nods. It must be his name. Goranci. Goranci, Quebec. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something. He smiles and bangs his ladle against it. You see, you immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue, old cobalt paint, rough on the finger. The door does not.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely...
Fine, okay. A little. but my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key. Yes?
This fan has or has it been consigned there as punishment? You swoop up and what you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful. The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Like the rest of you, it comes from a...
Yes?
The door is closed. This door can only be... The worker. Is it perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from? A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. You fumble with the spring like fucking sleigh bells. What are you?
Stop finger fucking him, officer! I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Just don't...
To be honest, he's correct. But
it was just an idea. Come on, relax everyone. It didn't turn out well. Doesn't mean it was a bad idea. Or that you shouldn't. You gently shake his shoulder.